Good afternoon. Welcome to the Bromsgrove School 2022 House Quiz. Firstly, I'd just like to thank the monitors for their involvement in the quiz, notably Rafa and Chantal. I would also like to thank in advance everyone competing in the quiz today and some teachers, but more about that later. I would also like to thank in advance Mr. James Bayliss, our adjudicator, and Arsene Aris. Competing today will be Elmshurst, Hazeldean, Littleton, Oakley, Thomas Cooks, and Wendron Gordon. Okay, let's move on to the rules of round one. So round one is the quick fire round with the general knowledge questions. Teams will have 2 minutes to answer as many questions as possible, and I will invite them onto the stage one by one. Teams may confer, but only the first answer is accepted. If there's more than one answer at once, I will ask for one agreed answer. You may pass a question, but we encourage that you answer it, as you aren't penalised for an incorrect answer. I will reveal the answers that you passed or got incorrect at the end of the 2 minutes. The two lowest scoring teams will be eliminated from the first round. If there is a tie, there will be a tiebreaker. I would also like to say, please try and speak into the mic so that everyone in the hall can hear you. So I'll invite the teams one by one up onto the stage, and I would like to start by inviting up Elmshurst. This one, yes. Elmshurst, are you ready?
Hopefully. Yes.
Your time starts now. What is the best-selling album of all time?
Gangnam Style.
Incorrect. Who is the oldest actor to play James Bond?
Sean Connery.
Incorrect. What is the capital city of Burkina Faso?
Ouagadougou.
Correct. How many countries are there in Africa?
54.
Correct. How many dwarves are there in Snow White?
7.
Correct. Who is the face that launched 1,000 ships?
Helen of Sparta.
Incorrect. How many series of The Simpsons are there?
12.
Incorrect. Which plane could fly passengers from London to New York in 2 hours?
Concorde.
Correct. Which British driver has won 7 World
Lewis
Formula
Hamilton.
1? Correct. Who holds the land speed record?
Can you repeat the question?
Who holds the land speed record?
Pass. Yano Truly.
Incorrect. Who has won the most Ashes series?
Australia.
Correct. To the nearest 100, to the nearest 1,000, what is the capacity of Wembley Stadium?
90,000.
Correct. What is a piece of bacon known as?
A rasher.
Correct. What is the base flavour in marzipan?
Nuts.
Incorrect. Who is the richest man in the world?
Jeff Bezos? No, Elon Musk.
Incorrect. Which country owns TikTok?
China.
Correct. What is the parent company of Jaguar Land Rover?
BMW.
Incorrect. Who starred as Jason Bourne in the first 3 Jason Bourne
Matt Damon?
movies? Correct. Who is the actor who played Captain Phillips?
Tom Hanks.
Correct. Which boy band was Harry Styles in?
One Direction.
Correct. To the nearest millimetre, how long is the average length of an ant?
7.
Correct, 7. What meat are Yorkshire... I started the question, so I'll finish it. What meat are Yorkshire puddings traditionally eaten with?
Beef.
Correct. Well done. I've got, which ones? Elmshurst scored 14. Elmshurst, you scored 14 points. I'm going to read out the answers that you passed or got incorrect. So the best-selling album of all time is Thriller by Michael Jackson. Oldest actor to play James Bond was Roger Moore. The face that launched 1,000 ships was Helen of Troy. There are 32 Simpsons series. Andy Green holds the land speed record. The base flavour in marzipan is almond, not nuts. The richest man in the world is Jeff Bezos. The parent company of Jaguar Land Rover is Tata. That is... No, I'm going to start 23. Hazeldean, are you ready? Your time starts now. In Dirty Dancing, what was Baby's first name?
Francis.
Correct. What is the longest river in the world?
The River Nile.
Correct. What is the widest river in the world?
Amazon River.
Correct. How many bones are there in a human leg?
4.
Incorrect. Who was the first person to break the sound barrier?
Pass.
How old was Prince Philip when he passed away?
98.
Incorrect. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the British Army?
Pass.
How many disciples were there?
12.
Correct. How many Gospels were there?
4.
Correct. How many cakes are in a baker's dozen?
12.
Incorrect. Who sings Thunderstruck?
AC/DC.
Correct. Who scored the winning drop goal in the 2003 World Cup final?
Pass.
Which famous three-wheel car was famed for falling over?
Can you repeat that?
Which famous three-wheel car was famed for falling over?
Pass.
What was the name of the teacher played by Jack Whitehall in Bad Education?
Pass.
What is the state capital of North Dakota?
Pass.
What is the fastest land animal?
Cheetah.
Correct. What is the second largest country in the world by land mass?
China.
Incorrect. What is the smallest county in England?
Lincolnshire.
Incorrect. Which four-piece rock band headlined Glastonbury in 2016?
Pass.
How many Olympic medals does Michael Phelps have?
4.
Incorrect. What is the name of Simpson's dog in The Simpsons?
Santa's Little Helper.
Correct. Which house won house song singing Wham's Last Christmas?
School.
Correct. What year did World War I begin?
1914.
Correct. That's it. Well done, Hazeldean. I've got them. How many did they score? Did you just... Nah, well, we've got to carry on. How many? 10. Well done, Hazeldean. You scored 10 points. I'll quickly run through the answers that you got wrong. There are 62 bones in a human leg. Chuck Yeager was the first person to break the sound barrier. Prince Philip was 99 when he passed away. The Commander-in-Chief of the British Army is Queen Elizabeth. There are 13 cakes in a baker's dozen. The Reliant Robin is the famous three-wheel car that's famed for falling over. Alfie Wickers was the name of the teacher played by Jack Whitehall in Bad Education. Bismarck is the state capital of North Dakota. Canada is the second largest country in the world by landmass. Isle of Wight is the smallest county in England. Coldplay headlined Glastonbury in 2016. And Michael Phelps had 28 Olympic medals. Okay. 46. Littleton, are you ready? Great. Your time starts now. Who is the Roman god of war?
Aries.
Incorrect. Who won the Football World Cup in 1998?
Germany.
Incorrect. Where were the 2016 Olympics held?
Rio.
Correct. What is the capital of Australia?
Canberra.
Correct. Who was Sherlock Holmes' arch enemy?
Pass.
Who played Belle in the 2017 film Beauty and the Beast?
Emma Watson.
Correct. Who was Kim Kardashian's first husband?
Pass.
What is the name of the mountain on the Toblerone packet?
Mont Blanc.
Incorrect. Who sang Goodbye My Lover?
James Blunt.
Correct. Which male actor features in both the films Jupiter Ascending and Kingsman: The Golden Circle?
Collingworth.
Incorrect. What is the common name for carbon dioxide when solid?
Dry ice.
Correct. Who is the fifth in line to the British throne?
Prince Harry.
Incorrect. What are the aurora borealis most commonly known as?
Northern Lights.
Correct. What is the biggest state in America?
Texas.
Incorrect. How many countries are there in the world?
242.
Incorrect. What's the date of the winter solstice? Of the winter
January
solstice?
21st.
Incorrect. What's the largest country in the world by population?
China.
Correct. What's the smallest country in the world by population?
Vatican City.
Correct. What is a group of lions called?
Pride.
Correct. What is the closest star to Earth?
The sun.
Correct. How many legs does an octopus have?
8.
Sofia is the capital of which country?
Bulgaria.
Correct. Who wrote 1984?
George Orwell.
Correct. Which animal's name means river horse?
Seahorse.
Incorrect. What was the second biggest city in medieval England?
Manchester.
Incorrect. Well done, Littleton. Easy question. 13. Littleton, you scored 13 points. The Roman god of war was Mars. France won the World Cup in 1998. Professor Moriarty was Sherlock Holmes' arch enemy. Damon Thomas was Kim Kardashian's first husband. The Matterhorn was the mountain on the Toblerone packet. Channing Tatum featured in the films Jupiter Ascending and Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Prince Louis is the fifth in line to the British throne. Alaska is the biggest state in America. There are 195 countries in the world. December the 21st is the date of the winter solstice. The animal's name that means river horse is hippopotamus. The second biggest city in medieval England is Norwich. Was Norwich. Okay. Moving on to Oakley. Start from 72. Oakley, are you ready?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Your time starts now. Which century was the Black Death in?
14th.
Like an agreed answer, please.
14th.
14th, correct. Who donated money to Bromsgrove School after the accusation that he killed his butler?
Thomas Cooks.
Correct. Who wrote Dracula?
Bram Stoker.
Correct. What year did Elizabeth II come to the throne?
1952.
Correct. What was the surname of the last Russian royal family?
Pass.
How many weeks is the average human pregnancy?
9.
Incorrect. How many rings on the Olympic flag?
Can you repeat that?
How many rings on the Olympic flag?
5.
Correct. Which was the most successful Grand National horse?
Bob.
Incorrect. What is the popular snack at Wimbledon?
Strawberries and cream.
Correct. Which sport do the Seven Stars play?
Rugby.
Incorrect. Which city are the Wasps rugby team based in?
Birmingham.
Incorrect. How many miles long is a marathon?
32.
Incorrect. In England, what is the non-emergency number for the police?
111.
Correct. What Dutch painter cut off part of his ear?
Van Gogh.
Correct. Which classical composer was famously deaf?
Chopin.
Incorrect. Who wrote the novel of Mice and Men?
John Steinbeck.
Correct. What is the second highest peak in the world?
Pass.
Who wrote and directed The Office UK?
Pass.
Which English football team has won the most Champions Leagues?
Chelsea.
Incorrect. Who sang Step Into Christmas?
Pass.
Who won their first Oscar in 2016 for Best Actor in The Revenant?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Incorrect. Well done, Oakley. 9. Well done, Oakley. You scored 9 points. I'll just run through the incorrect answers and the passes. The surname of the last royal family was the Romanovs. The average human pregnancy was 40 weeks, not 9. Which was the most successful Grand National horse? That was Red Rum. The Seven Stars play netball. The Wasps rugby team are based in Coventry. Marathon is 26.2 miles long. The famous classical composer who was deaf is Beethoven. The second highest peak in the world is K2. Ricky Gervais wrote and directed The Office UK. Liverpool won the most Champions Leagues. Elton John sang Step Into Christmas. And Leonardo DiCaprio won his first Oscar in 2016 for Best Actor in The Revenant. Thomas Cooks, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep. Your time starts now. In what year was JFK assassinated?
1963.
Correct. What is the #1 ranked film of all time according to IMDb with a rating of 9.2?
Pass.
In what year was the Magna Carta sealed?
1060.
Incorrect. What is the most recent country to join the European Union?
Pass.
Who voices Lightning McQueen in Cars?
Pass.
What is the capital of Peru?
Lima.
Correct. Which member of the Beatles died of cancer in 2001?
Pass.
Who is the longest serving monarch of a sovereign state of all time?
Queen.
Incorrect. Which wrestler is known for his signature RKO move?
Pass.
What does NFT stand for?
Non-fungible token.
Correct. What is the national animal of South Africa? Who succeeded Timothy Dalton as James Bond?
Wait, what was the question?
Who succeeded Timothy Dalton as James Bond?
Daniel Craig.
Incorrect. Which king of England got beheaded after the English Civil War?
Charles I.
Correct. Which Shakespeare play features the characters Prospero and Caliban?
The Tempest.
Correct. Which country was ranked first for HDI in 2019 by the United Nations?
Finland.
Incorrect. In what year was the first Ebola case confirmed in the recent West Africa epidemic?
Pass.
2021.
Pass. When was Lewis Hamilton's first F1 World Championship title?
2016.
Incorrect. Who won 2021 Eurovision?
Oh, Manskin.
Incorrect. Who is the War of the Roses between?
Pass.
Which luxury car company makes the Ghost?
I don't like the ghost.
You can answer the question. Which luxury car company makes the Ghost?
Tesla.
Incorrect. Well done, Thomas Cooks. Well, I don't know. I don't think there were two there. Oh no, they were. Especially if you don't want wrestling. No, I got that one. Yeah, the actual answer to the question. Shh. Well done, Thomas Cooks. You scored 5 points. I would just like to run through the questions that you passed or got wrong. So, the #1 ranked film of all time, according to IMDb, was Shawshank Redemption. The Magna Carta was sealed in 1215. Croatia was the most recent country to join the EU. Owen Wilson voices Lightning McQueen in Cars. George Harrison was the member of the Beatles who died of cancer in 2001. King Louis was the longest-serving monarch of a sovereign state of all time. Randy Orton is known for the signature RKO move. The Springbok is the national animal of South Africa. Pierce Brosnan succeeded Timothy Dalton as James Bond. Norway was ranked first for HDI in 2019. Lewis Hamilton's first F1 World Championship title was 2008. The first Ebola case was 2013. Italy won the 2021 Eurovision. York and Lancaster was the War of Roses between York and Lancaster, and Rolls-Royce were the luxury car company who made the Ghost. Finally, Wendron Gordon. Shh. Would you mind just being quiet between the rounds and also while they're answering the questions, just to make sure that the competitors can hear my questions? Thank you. Finally, Wendron Gordon, are you ready? Yep, okay. Your time starts now. Which boxer infamously bit off Evander Holyfield's ear?
Mike Tyson.
Correct. What is Usain Bolt's world record 100-meter time?
9.58.
Correct. What is represented by SN on the periodic table?
Oh, God.
It's tin.
Sorry?
Tin.
Correct. What is the name of the Rangers versus Celtic derby?
Old Firm.
Correct. In what battle did Harold Hardrada die in?
Hastings.
Stamford Bridge.
Stamford Bridge.
Correct. Which member of the Spice Girls is married to David Beckham?
Posh Spice.
Correct. Which country is the largest coastline in the world?
Chile.
Incorrect. Who was the first president of the USA?
George Washington.
Correct. Which UK Prime Minister declared war against Germany at the start of World War II?
Chamberlain.
Correct. How long was Nelson Mandela in prison for?
16 years.
Incorrect. In Monopoly, how many houses can you fit in each square?
4.
Correct. On which island is the airport named after Cristiano Ronaldo?
Madeira.
Correct. Which two members of the Beatles are still alive?
Ringo and Paul.
Yep, correct. In what year was Forrest Gump released?
1994.
Correct. Who hosts the Chase game show?
Oh, what's his name? Pass.
Which country was formerly known as Northern Rhodesia?
Zimbabwe.
Incorrect. Petra is one of the wonders of the world,
Jordan.
but where would you find it? Correct. Which band sung the original version of Dancing in the Moonlight?
Oh, flipping heck.
Pass.
Who plays Luke Skywalker in the original Star Wars trilogy?
Mark Hamill.
Correct. What is the most common flag colour?
White.
Incorrect. What was the Billboard #1 song of 2010?
Pass.
TikTok.
What year was the RAF formed?
Oh, God, my dad's in the act. 1919?
Incorrect. What is the tallest building in the world?
Burj
Burj
Khalifa.
Khalifa.
Correct. Which retired German international footballer has never had a red card?
Philip Lahm.
Correct. So who's... You'd like to leave the stage? Thank you. So who's out? 5 and 9. TC. Okay, TC. Shh. We have the results of the first round. Sadly, leaving us at this stage will be Oakley and TC, but thank you very much for a valiant effort. We are now going to move on to round 2, and I'll quickly explain the rules. So this is a buzzer round, in which will last 20 minutes. The points will restart at this round, so whatever happened in round 1 will not count towards this round. I will ask a general knowledge question, as I already have, to everybody, and whoever buzzes first will give their answer. A delay or an incorrect answer in this round will lead to a deduction of 1 point. If the first team gets the answer wrong, I will then ask the question again, giving another team a chance to buzz. If the second team gets it wrong, then we will move on from that question. If a lower member answers a question correctly, they will get 2 points, and if the upper member answers the question correctly, they will get 1. Then, a correct answer in the first general knowledge round is followed up by subject-specific questions. 1 to the lower members, which is lower 4th, upper 4th, and 5th form, and then 1 to the upper members, so lower 6th and upper 6th. The teams cannot confer. The lower 4th, upper 4th, 5th form can confer obviously with each other, lower 6th, upper 6th can confer with each other, but not all together. Each of which, if correct, is worth 1 point. Finally, a new feature has been added to this year's house quiz. Phone a teacher. So, this is a pre-agreed teacher who hasn't necessarily volunteered, but here they are. So for Elmshurst, we have Mr. Huckle. For Hazeldean, we have Dr. Whitbread. For Littleton, we have Mr. Dinnan. For Oakley, we have Miss Woolley. For TC, we have Mr. Prowse. And for WG, we have Dr. Short. So, The teams can choose to use this teacher. Excuse me. The teams can choose to use this teacher once in the buzz around. They must buzz and then immediately say that they would like to phone a teacher. No deliberation, otherwise there will be a point deduction. So you must tell me immediately. The two teams with the highest amount of points in this round will win and go on to the final in a couple of weeks' time. I would like to invite up to the stage Elmshurst, Hazeldean, Littleton and Wendron Gordon. Yeah. James. Oh, James. What am I doing?
So we get a question.
Okay, let's get started with round 2. Everybody is ready. Cool. The first general knowledge question. How many hearts does an octopus have?
2.
That is Littleton.
2.
Incorrect. I will ask the question again if that's okay. How many hearts does an octopus have? Where is that? That's Elmshurst Senior.
3.
Correct. Now, we move on to a chemistry question for the juniors. Juniors, what is an isotope? You don't need to buzz in.
No, guys.
It's just for the juniors of Elmshurst. Can we have an answer, please?
Same element, but with a different number of neutrons. And the same amount of protons.
Correct. Senior members, politics question. What do the initials NATO stand for?
North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Lovely. Correct. Well done, Elmshurst. Next question. What is the first state of America? Elmshurst Senior.
New York.
Incorrect. Elmshurst Junior.
Delaware.
Delaware, correct.
I was going to say Massachusetts.
Elmshurst Juniors, you have a DT question. What does the M stand for in the acronym CADCAM?
Material?
Incorrect. It was manufacture. Seniors, you have a biology question. Hemoglobin is made up of multiple polypeptide chains. Which level of structure gives it a final 3D structure? Correct.
Yeah, George.
Next question. What 3 colours are in the flag of Botswana?
Light blue, white and black.
Correct. Juniors, you have a maths question. What is a triangle with no equal sides called? I have to push you for an answer. Have you got an answer, please?
Right-sided?
No, scaling. Seniors, you have a history question. Who was the Prime Minister before Churchill?
Chamberlain.
Correct.
Just got to say.
Back to the floor. Who won the Oscar for Best Actor in 2015? No? Okay. Eddie Redmayne. Who won the 2018 Super Bowl?
Kansas City.
Incorrect.
Pittsburgh.
Incorrect. No, I'm afraid we're going to have to move on from that. The answer was Philadelphia Eagles. Who won Sports Personality of the Year in 2019?
Ben Stokes.
Correct.
Yeah, George.
George
Juniors, you have a geography-based question. If you cross the international date line from west to east, do you move a day backwards or forwards?
Forwards.
Incorrect, backwards. Elmshurst, seniors, you have an economics-based question. Who is known as the modern-day father of economics?
Adam Smith.
Correct. Back to the floor. How many Premier League trophies have Tottenham Hotspur won? Juniors.
One.
Incorrect.
Zero.
Littleton is 0.
If you don't know, don't bother.
Juniors of Littleton, you have an RS-based question. Which of the 5 pillars of Islam is carried out during the month of Ramadan?
Pass.
It was Psalm, the month of fasting. Seniors, you have a chemistry-based question. What is a weak acid?
Just name a weak acid.
What is a weak acid? A definition. Incorrect. It was an acid that is only slightly dissociated or ionized in an aqueous solution. Back to the floor. Which capital city translates to capital in its native tongue?
Victoria.
Incorrect.
Tokyo.
Incorrect. The answer was Seoul. How many letter E tiles are there in Scrabble? It was 12. What gas were British World War II barrage balloons filled with?
Friend, Dr. Whitbread.
Okay. Dr. Whitbread, I will repeat the question. What gas were British World War II barrage balloons filled with? Correct.
Yes.
Hazeldine.
Not Amsterdam.
Juniors, you have a music-based question. Which woodwind instrument invented in the classical era was made prominent by Mozart,
Clarinet.
writing a concerto for?
Clarinet.
Correct. Seniors, you have a DT question. What is the name of the School of Art and Architecture founded in Germany in 1919 by Walter Gropius? Key designers who worked there were Marcel Breuer and Vasily Kandinsky.
Bauhaus.
Correct.
Should be found.
Back to the floor. The Rapa Nui are specifically inhabitants of which part of the world? WG?
New Zealand?
Incorrect.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. The Rapa Nui are specifically inhabitants of which part of the world?
Oceania.
Incorrect. It was Easter Island. Easter Island was the answer. Next question. In which year was the death of Queen Elizabeth I?
1601.
Incorrect.
It is. What is it? 1603.
1602.
Incorrect. It was, I'm afraid that's the end of the question. It was 1603.
Don't worry, unlucky Irish.
What is the most common surname in France? Yep.
Capet?
Incorrect. Dinner. Incorrect. Oh. No. Oh, sorry, I thought you were giving that as the answer. You would like to speak to Mr. Dinner. Okay. Mr. Dinner. What is the most common surname in France? Blanc. I'm afraid that's incorrect. It was Martin, or Martin if you're English. Next question. Which is the world's smallest flightless bird? Incorrect.
Penguin.
Kiwi.
We're going to take the first answer, which is penguin, which is incorrect. I'm afraid that's the end of the question. I only asked it twice. The answer was kiwi. Next question. What film festival does the Best Picture get the Golden Bear Award?
Cancun?
Incorrect. Yes.
German film festival. Berlin.
Can you be more specific?
Berlin.
Correct.
I've got the team bonus.
WG Juniors, you have a history-based question. When did the Titanic sink? Matt Burke, do not confer.
1912.
1912.
Yeah.
Correct. Seniors, you have a music-based question. Mozart's operas were written in either German or which other modern European language?
Italian.
Correct.
I've seen.
Back to the floor. How many Olympic... Oh, we've already had that. In which German city was Anne Frank born?
Amsterdam.
Incorrect.
German. I didn't hear what you said.
Incorrect. The answer was Frankfurt. Please stay as quiet as possible while the questions are going up. What is the capital city of Slovakia?
Bratislava.
Correct.
That's the bread and butter.
Juniors of WG, you get a biology question. Which part of the body is the drug digitalis used to treat conditions of?
So could you repeat the question?
Sorry. Which part of the body is the drug digitalis used to treat conditions of?
Fingers.
The fingers?
Fingers.
That's incorrect. Seniors WG, you get an RS-based question. Famous for his radical approach to thinking, starting from a point of absolute doubt, which French philosopher famously declared, cogito ergo sum?
Could you repeat the question?
Famous for his radical approach to thinking, starting from a point of absolute doubt, which French philosopher famously declared, cogito ergo sum?
Don't look at me.
Marquis de Sade?
Incorrect, it was René Descartes.
You said it.
Back to the floor. Where was Freddie Mercury of Queen born?
Zanzibar.
It's wrong team answer, so Littleton Senior.
Zanzibar.
Incorrect. back to the floor. WG.
Mumbai.
Incorrect. Tanzania. To the nearest 5 million, how many miles away from Earth is the Sun?
6,800 kilometers.
In miles, please.
Oh, God, I don't know.
What's 6,800?
We're going to have to move on. Back to the floor. I'll repeat the question. To the nearest 5 million, to the nearest 5 million, how many miles away from Earth is the Sun? No answers.
Do we get penalised for guessing?
You do, yeah. 95 million miles. Since 2016, the periodic table has how many confirmed elements?
184.
Incorrect.
Dr. Short.
No pressure, Dr. Short. Since 2016...
He's my phone friend.
I know, I'm going, Dr. Short. Since 2016, the periodic table has how many confirmed elements? 116. Ooh, it's 118, Dr. Short. Back to the floor.
I'm so sorry.
Which King of England was crowned on Christmas Day?
Mr. Huckle.
Let me just ask you the question one more time. Which King of England was crowned on Christmas Day? Correct. Elmshurst Juniors, you have a chemistry question. What are the Group 1 elements called?
Alkaline metals.
Correct. Elmshurst seniors, you have a maths-based question. Shh. How many months are there in a half century?
Yeah, go for it. You do maths, I'll go.
I'm going to have to push you for an answer, please. Correct. Back to the floor. The Bahamas translates to what in English? Bit of a toughie. The Shallows. Which Shakespeare character kills Tybalt and Paris?
Romeo.
Correct. Littleton Juniors, you have a DT-based question. Steam bending and laminating are two manufacturing techniques used on which class of material? Woods, metals, or plastic?
Woods.
Correct. Seniors, you have a geography-based question. Between which two countries would you find Transnistria?
Good question. So we have to name two.
Yes, please. I have to push you for an answer here.
England, Scotland.
I'm afraid it's not England or Scotland.
What was the answer?
Back to the floor. What was the most popular girl's name in the UK in 2019? That is Elmshurst Senior.
Olivia.
Correct. Elmshurst Juniors, you have a maths-based question. What are the next two prime numbers after 83? Let's push you for an answer here, Elmshurst.
89.93.
Incorrect, 89.97. So seniors, you have a politics question. Who is the president of Brazil?
Oh. Bolsonaro.
Correct. Back to the floor. In what US state is the city Nashville?
Tennessee.
Lovely. Tennessee, correct. Juniors of WG, you have a geography question. Which product is Australia's largest export by value?
Coal.
Correct. Seniors, you have a biology-based question. What role do cytotoxic T cells have in the immune system?
They kill they kill pathogens that are specific to.
We will accept that. Back to the floor. Name the coffee shop in the US sitcom Friends.
Central Perk.
Central Perk, correct.
That's a good question.
Littleton Juniors, you have an RS-based question. What do the religious festivals of Diwali, Christmas, Hanukkah, and Shangwan all have in common? I'm afraid. We'll push you for an answer, please.
All in December?
No, they are all festivals of light. Littleton Seniors, you have a history-based question. In what year was Churchill re-elected?
1963.
Incorrect, 1951.
He died in 63.
Street artist Banksy is originally associated with which British city?
Bristol.
Correct. Hazeldean Juniors, you have a music-based question. The most popular style of music in Jamaica is called what?
Reggae.
Correct. Hazeldean Seniors, you have an economics-based question. What does GDP stand for?
Gross domestic product.
Correct.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, should have got it.
What is Harry Styles' middle name?
Oh.
K.
Sorry?
K.
K.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Evan?
No, it was Edward. Which element in the periodic table has the symbol K? Elmshurst Senior. Correct.
It's so fast.
Elmshurst Juniors, you have a history-based question. Who was the third American president?
Thomas Jefferson.
Correct. Thanks for the buzzer. Elmshurst Seniors, you have a chemistry-based question. What is the definition of a free radical?
Reaction under UV light where...
No,
that's not the free
incorrect.
radical, that's what... It's a reactive...
Sorry, I've already said incorrect. We'll go back to the floor. Who wrote the play The History Boys? It was Alan Bennett. Who hosted the 1992 Olympics?
Athens.
Incorrect. It was
Spain, Barcelona.
no, I'm afraid we can't give you that because I did start saying. Sorry, Matt. What is the capital of Turkey? I'm so senior.
Ankara.
Correct. I will finish asking this question as I started it. So, Elmshurst Juniors, you have a chemistry question. What's the trend in reactivity down group 7?
Decreases.
Decreasing what?
Reactivity.
Correct. Elmshurst Seniors, you have a DT-based question. What value is calculated by dividing stress by strain?
Malleability.
Incorrect. It was Young's modulus. Thank you. That is the end of round 2. Great effort by all teams. The 2 teams that will be proceeding to the final in a couple of weeks' time are Wendron Gordon and Elmshurst. Once again, I would just like to thank everyone involved. That's the monitors, that's everyone who's competed today, that's the teachers who have competed today, and everybody who has watched. Thank you very much.